Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. It's good evening from Southeast London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping. This is another match review of fixture number 21 between Aston Villa and Arsenal. An opportunity for us to go top. But anyway, let me introduce myself. I'm your host, your guy, the one and truly DLG repping, otherwise short for Dele London Guna Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. Shout out to one viewer, and yes, one viewer and all viewers. I do apologise for being over 2 hours late, but you know what they say, better late than never. As you can see, I looked like I've just had a sleep, and yeah, I did have a sleep. On top of that, allow me to say good morning to you guys, whether you are enjoying a morning jog around the beach, or you could be enjoying your flight from wherever you are living in the world to another nation. Or allow me to say good afternoon to you guys. You could be doing some food shopping, clothes shopping, or how about you could be buying yourself a treat, you know? Or you could be buying yourself a new house today. I don't know. Or allow me to say good night to you guys and do rest well. Yeah? A new day is upon us, and it's always a new day. So be blessed for every day that you live. Other than that, another match review. It's Aston Villa v Arsenal at Villa Park, where we won there last season by 1-0. It was a hard-fought game, especially in the second half, where we had to cling on, and we didn't really take the game. We didn't really we didn't have that much control of the game in the first half. I mean, in the second half, but in the first half, yeah, much more rhythm. We played with freedom and rhythm, and we got the only goal of the game in that first half, and that was scored by Bukayo Saka. This time, we're going there as title contenders instead of top four challengers, and that's more like it. The funniest thing is, the doom and gloom brigade have come out to play and trying to fill doubts into the most optimistic of Arsenal fans. You still got the rights to be optimistic. We're 11 on points with Man City. Yes, joint top, but Man City have got the better goal difference, and rightfully so. Their goal difference is plus 10 compared to our minus 10 towards theirs. However, if we can find a win and find a way to win against Aston Villa, which we aim to do, which is what we aim for, we go back to the top of the league. That will put Manchester City under pressure for the next couple of hours because they've got Nottingham Forest away. And who knows? Nottingham Forest, you know, they may be up for the game, but you know what? We can't depend on what Man City get up to in their fixtures. At the end of the day, we blew up a 5-point lead. Yeah, we had an 8-point lead and we've blown it. We've blown that. We're gonna have to do it the hard way. That's the reality of it. So before I get into the team, before I get into my team selection of my own, my starting bench, my 9 substitution, and my formation that I'll always pick, as you already know. Make sure you show me love, joy, and respect by smashing the thumbs up like button for me. Yeah, do that in abundance. Yeah, let's see the thumbs up go up. Yeah. On top of that, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, on top of that, make sure that you yeah. Make sure that you share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. And if anyone's watching me for the first time, yeah, well, if that was you, viewer, I say welcome on board. Make sure you share this channel amongst your friends and relatives and tell them with encouragement to share it amongst their friends and relatives, yeah? Sharing is caring, as they say. On top of that, yeah, I want if you can, give me your starting 11 that you would go with. Give me your 9 substitution bench. You could give me your formation, um, how we address the situation and get back to winning ways. Give me your opinions, your comment, your thoughts of this game, your prediction, whether it's a score prediction, prediction of number of yellow cards, prediction of throw-ins. Leave it in the comment section below, etc., etc. Remember, my what do you call it? My comment section for positive feedback only, yeah, and it remains that way for life. Lastly, make sure you smash the subscribe button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately, yeah? Remember, if you sub, yeah, if you're one of the subs, you are going to be part of the 1,000 subscribers and over. That is what I'm aiming for by this beginning of this year, right now, middle of this year, or the ending of this year. Subscribe to DLG Repping, yeah? Show me that love, joy, and respect right there. And let's get to 1,000 subscribers, yeah, and beyond, so we can start doing bigger things. Right. On top of that, yeah, let's get into the starting 11 without further ado. So, in goal, I'm going to continue with Aaron Ramsdale. It was, well, for him, it was a really hard night for him. You know, conceding 3, yes, he did. None of the goals were his fault. It's just one of those situations that he was involved in. You know, Tommy Yasu's back pass did not help him whatsoever. Did him no favors. The defending in front of him the defenders in front of him did him no favors at all. So I'm sticking with Tommy Ramsdale in goal. Of course, he's our undisputed number 1. I honestly feel comfortable with him in goal, and he does pull off saves when required. And people forget about the save that he had to make. I don't know who it was from, but he had to make an important save at 1-0 down. If not, we're 2-1 down at half time. So he made an important save at the near post, and that was watching him make that save was nervy for me. But you know what? I'm going to go with Aaron Ramsdale. My formation, by the way, is a 4-3-3. I'm going to stick with that same formation. I'm going to stick with that same formation, which has put us top of the league for the majority of this season up until Wednesday night. Right, the back 4, Takahiro Tomiyasu. I do trust him. Despite that awful error, he just about had above a decent game. You know, he was calm. He still passed the ball back with composure. He teed up Eddie Nketiah for a simple tapping, low cross, and that's in the second half. That, by the way, and he did his best to prevent Jack Grealish from scoring. Although by the time he slid in, the ball deflected off him and took it away from the outstretched arm of Aaron Ramsdale. But other than that, I'm going to go with Takahiro Tomiyasu. I think defensively and one-on-ones, he is superb. I mean, that's taking nothing away from Ben White. He has done exceptionally well up until the 17th, 18th, or 19th game. So I'm going to go with Takahiro Tomiyasu My centre half pairing. William Saliba. He wasn't too bad against Man City, but he was not at the best. He wasn't. He wasn't good really. Nowhere near good, but he was not too bad. To be honest with you, I'm still gonna stick with William Saliba, even though his form's dipped since after the World Cup. I'm still gonna go with him for the simple fact is he is an outstanding, talented centre half, which he has proved over the course of this season, and I'll still continue to go with him. His partner in crime, who for me has been the best performing centre half in the last 5 to 7 games, goes by the name of Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães, and for me, he's got a lot of making up. He's got some making up to do, should I say? Especially he being at fault for the second goal. He gave the ball away that led to Man City's attacking us and opening us up for the second goal, which put us 2-1 down. Gabriel, that was a stupid pass, which led to a stupid mistake. So for me, I'm going to go with Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. Our left back, I'm calling out for him. I'm nearly screaming out for him, and he when he's super fit and he can keep himself in fit conditions, I'm going to go with Kieran Tierney. I think he's tailor-made for this fixture. I believe right now he's tailor-made for our defence, and I think he and Gabriel Martinelli link up very well. So I'm going to go with him to start this game. Or I believe even in training, I'm sure Arteta's tried him out with Leandro Trossard, but Tierney is selected for this game. Right, the midfield three. If Thomas Partey does not make this game, I'm going to go with Jorginho. I think Thomas Partey may be fit for the bench, but we just don't know the situation as yet. But Jorginho starts this game for me. For the simple fact is, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Jorginho because I don't think Partey will be fit in time for this fixture. So Jorginho in the defensive midfield role, and he was all right against Manchester City. He did an all right job. I mean, he was positioned well in front of the two centre halves, 10 yards in front of them, and when he needed to support the attack, he was very clever with his movement, in his positioning. So I'm going to go with Jorginho. Right. On Jorginho's right, to complete the three, Martin Odegaard. Now, for me, he's been criticised a number of times for going missing in the big games and not even at least show leadership. If you're going to go missing for the big games, you've got to show leadership. You've got to be more vocal on that pitch. Wearing that armband involves being vocal. It involves directing players in the right positions, etc. The armband is your leadership. It's the leadership. And you're a captain of our football club. So Martin Odegaard, at least lead. And if you are going to get the ball, at least do what you've been doing throughout this season to date. Find that space and that cutting edge as well. We need you to control the games as you've been doing throughout this season. So for me, I'm going to go with Martin Odegaard. On the other side to him, I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. I still feel that he needs to be rested. Not even train. Needs to be rested. Maybe train for one day, and it will probably do him the world of good. I think he's been outstanding this season, Granit Xhaka. That's how far he has improved in his performances, in his discipline, and his understanding of his new role as a number 8, where he's playing 10 yards forward in front of Thomas Partey. That's been a big difference this season for him. So Granit Xhaka, he starts. Right, the front three, this is where it get interesting. For me, I think he needed to train once this week to the build up for the Aston Villa game, and I'm going to go with Bukayo Saka. The boy, the guy, well, I'll say the boy, the young man is exceptionally brilliant. You know, that brilliant. He gets two, he faces two players on him on the wing, but you can't underestimate what he's going to do next in a situation where two or three players are on him. You cannot underestimate his footballing ability, because he's got the ability to beat players, and he can do that and produce the goods, whether through an assist or a worldie of a goal. He's got that ability. He's got it in abundance. Bukayo Saka starts this game for me, and he's got nerves of steel to step up just before half time and convert the penalty which sent Ederson the wrong way. So Bukayo Saka, he starts on the on the right wing forward position. The left wing forward position will go to Leandro Trossard. I think him and Tierney would link up well. I wouldn't be upset if Martinelli starts. I love Martinelli. I wouldn't be upset if he starts this game for me, but I have the feeling that I personally would go with Trossard based on Martinelli's dip in form, and we need players who are going to come in and produce the goods. You know, contribute towards victory. And Trossard is a big game player, and he enjoys playing in the big games. I'm starting him for this game. Then the number 9. Well, we've got no choice. I haven't got no choice. I can't put any option up there. I'm going to go with Eddie Nketiah. Yes, he has got 4 league goals in the last 8 league games, which is not too bad of a return, but we need more from Eddie Nketiah. He had 3 opportunities against Manchester City, fluffed them all. That's the difference. You know, if Haaland was on our side, those 3 opportunities he has, he's scoring a hat-trick against Man City if he was playing for us. We win that comfortably with Haaland converting them 3 chances. And I'm not being extremely harsh on Eddie Nketiah. You know, you just gotta say it how it is. It's a fact, right? And that's being honest. That's me being honest from the heart. Anyway, let's get into the substitutions. Matt Turner in goal, substitute number 1, obviously. I can only imagine that he's doing everything in his locker, in his whole ability to convince Arteta that he can be Arsenal's number 1, which is great. He's providing. I'm sure he'll provide great competition for Aaron Ramsdale, and all that he needs to do is keep consistent performances in training going, and be patient as well. Matt Turner on the bench. Substitute number 2, Benjamin White. I feel that he needs to be on this bench. I think he needs to be on the bench just for the slight dip in form. And I feel Tomiyasu will be equipped to possibly face Leon Bailey or take on Buendia, whoever is on the other side of their wing. Because we've got Unai Emery and Martinez to deal with on Saturday, lunchtime kickoff. So Benjamin White on the bench. Substitute number 3, Rob Holding. Again, if we're in a situation where we've got a 1-goal slender lead, you want to bring him on to shore things up at the back. Someone who's solid in the air. And someone who reads the game pretty well. I mean, he's not a first-team starter overall, and that's due to his all-round game. But he's a good backup centre half and a good squad player. Substitute number 4 has to be Alexander Zinchenko. Now, for me, if you look at the second and third goal, well, the third goal in particular, he's not looked at the blind side of his runner. He's not tracked to his runner. He was meant to track De Bruyne, who was the runner against him. By the time he reacted, it was just far too late. He makes the cutback, and that leads to Haaland getting his first opportunity on goal. Well, and it's bulging in the back of the net. Offensively, I don't think I can trust him in certain situations. So I'm going to go with Zinchenko to take the bench. Substitute number 5. It sounds harsh, but Jakub Kavoya. Now, again, he's waiting for his Premier League debut. However, he's warming up the bench, and that's where I feel that we need him. But he needs to be patient as well and keep continuing to put the work in training, like Matt Turner needs to do, and the other substitutes need to do. Substitute number 6, Thomas Partey. I think he will be fit for the bench. There's no reason why he can't make the game. He might even start the game, and Jorginho might end up on the bench. But I'm going with Partey on the bench for the simple fact is he might not be quite match fit as yet. So the injury is definitely short-term one, and it's nothing to be feared because he will be back for the rest of the season. That's what we hope. Substitute number 7, Reiss Nelson. A guy who would possibly come in for Bukayo Saka more than Trossard. The simple fact is he's just come back from injury, and he had a cameo appearance. Well, yeah, I call it a cameo appearances against Nottingham Forest, where he got 2 goals, and he was absolutely brilliant that day. I think with the team that we've had for the majority of this season, I feel that he doesn't get into the team for that simple reason, where the team has worked hard to get to the top of the Premier League and challenging, and we're still challenging for the title. So with Reiss Nelson presence about, I think at best the bench. Substitute number 8, Fabio Vieira. He may come on in this game as a substitute, and that's understandable. I think possibly he is definitely pushing for a start, and he did start well. He did start against Brentford, and he got that memorable strike. However, I think with the team that we've got, I think the team would be very confident enough to get the win, and I think we've got enough attacking power there from midfield. So bench for Vieira. My substitute number 9. I know it's going to sound controversial, but I'm going to go with Gabriel Jesus. I feel that he's really pushing hard. He's really pushing for a place in the starting 11, and I can only imagine how hard he must be working in training, on the ball as well as off the ball in terms of his fitness. But for me, if he's going to come on, we need to be cautious. 10, 15 minutes, he gets on top. That's the most that I would have to give him. It's a game of importance, and it's a game that we need to win. So for me, he's substitute number 9, and that's the last substitute. Right, that's my starting 11 sorted, my 9 substitution bench sorted, and what can I say? This comes to an end, and always a pleasure to do my match preview with you guys, the way I love to do my match previews. We're starting off my starting 11, my subs bench. Hope you've enjoyed what I've said. Other than that, let's end this and say, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching and saving the best to last. Thank you so much for putting up with me. As always, just remember to look after your friends, look after your families, and do look after yourselves. Much more peace, much more loves, much more blessings. Yeah, as always. As DLG repping, as your host, I'm that guy. We're going to chat again, yeah? So like, comment, share, and subscribe before I go. And one more thing, always, and I do mean always, please be nice. I do mean it. Be nice. Cheers.